Zeus, you know him. Glorious beard, king of the gods, rapist, murderer, kidnapper. Oh no, don't be shocked yet. Be shocked when I tell you that the prefix kid doesn't just apply to napper. Yeah, Zeus is messed up. And I didn't even mention him getting an unwilling woman pregnant via golden showers. But, to be fair, the scumbag god Sparkles was born a therapist's worst nightmare / best client, because his sociopathic behavior was instilled at birth. A biography which I will unravel in this episode. Note that there are some extra facts about Zeus that don't really fit the flow of my storytelling, but I want to include them for completion's sake, so that at the end of the video, watch everything until then if you want everything there is to know about Zeus. Zeus was born to Kronos, a man that killed his own father and was planning to kill his son Zeus too, which begs the question, why have a family when you're clearly not a family man? But that's who Kronos was, and before he was Zeus's dad, he was Uranus' son, aka the son of a powerful primordial being, a concept that existed long before the first gods, because Uranus was the sky itself, born directly from the earth herself, born to Gaia, who not only gave birth to Uranus, the sky, but also Urea, the mountains, and Pontus, the sea, the first beings. Then Gaia had sex with her son Uranus because somebody had to be the first to find out that incest doesn't end well, and her and Uranus had the 12 titans, the 3 hecatoncheires, and the 3 cyclopses. Unfortunately, Uranus did fashion babies way before it was cool and decided that the hecatoncheires with their 100 arms and 50 heads, and the cyclopses with their 1 eye were too ugly. It's almost like having kids with your mom doesn't end well.
Oh, tell me please.
So he imprisoned them all in hell, aka Tartarus, and only kept the 2-eyed, 2-armed, and 2-legged titans. Unsurprisingly, Gaia wasn't exactly down with that, so she tried to rally the 12 titans to kill their father, her husband, her son, their brother, and Kronos, the youngest of the titans, agreed to kill his father, his brother, Uranus, by chopping his balls off with a special sickle made of diamonds. And then Kronos did that. But the way he did that... Gaia took her son Kronos along and hid him away behind a rock while she seduced Uranus, aka she made her son watch as she got his father hard. I love Greek mythology. And then Kronos jumped out from behind the rock with his diamond sickle and screamed, "Shine bright like a diamond!" and chopped Uranus' balls off, pillar and the stones. Just quality family time, you gotta love it. Then Kronos threw the chopped off genitals into the ocean, but as the immortal sky, Uranus was really dead. His physical form just shriveled away, and Kronos took the throne and ruled. That's the backstory of Zeus's dad, Kronos, killing his dad, Uranus. So yeah, Zeus wasn't exactly born into the best outlook on mental health. Kronos now ruled and took his sister Rhea as his wife because you don't break with family traditions. But his life was disrupted when Uranus pulled an evil Mufasa on his son Kronos and appeared in spirit form to deliver a prophecy. His children would do to Kronos what Kronos did to him. Confronted with the possibility of having his balls chopped off versus the temptation of raw dogging his sister, Kronos chose temptation and raw dogged his sister Rhea enough times to have 6 babies with her, and ate every single one of them to solve the prophecy problem. Except the last one, because his sister wife Rhea rescued it. Now don't applaud her for that. She let 5 of her kids be eaten, so she's not exactly in the running for Mother of the Year for saving 1 of 6 babies. That's a 16% success rate for keeping your children alive. When Kronos wanted to eat the youngest, Zeus, Rhea fed Kronos a rock wrapped in a blanket instead. Kronos swallowed the rock, and Rhea hid Zeus away on Crete, where he was raised in a cave by nymphs, a goat, and an eagle. Once Zeus grew into his divine body and powers, he left the cave to rescue his siblings, and he did that by consulting with the goddess of wisdom, Metis, who told him to give Kronos salted wine to make him throw up the siblings who, don't forget, were immortal, so they were still alive in Kronos' belly, just chilling, growing up, barbecuing and all, you know. Zeus prepared the wine and went to his father, Kronos, in disguise, which was completely unnecessary because his father had literally never seen him. But Zeus would later often disguise himself to sexually assault women, so I guess early practice makes perfect. He gave Kronos the mysterious wine, knowing that the idiot that swallows a rock thinking it's a baby would drink wine from a stranger who's not partaking in the drinking. Kronos drank, Kronos threw up, and the 5 siblings were back, all grown. Hades, Poseidon, Demeter, Hera, and Hestia. So now it was time for the revenge arc. But first, training arc. The six siblings escaped to Mount Olympus and trained for the day they would confront the Titans, aka they definitely juiced up because I refuse to believe that these bodies are all natural. And then the gods attacked the insanely powerful Titans and their offspring and allies, and the gods were horribly outnumbered by the Titan army, which was ruled by Kronos, but in combat were led by their most formidable fighter, the Titan Atlas. But since everyone here is immortal, this war was like an endless one-sided boxing match with breaks to recover and get your ass beat all over again because the six godly siblings were losing bad. Until Zeus had a genius idea. Free his uncles, the imprisoned 100 armed hecatoncheires and the cyclopses from hell to help him with the fight. So Zeus descended into Tartarus to free the original team inbred, and the cyclopses were so thankful that they then crafted powerful weapons for the gods. The lightning bolt for Zeus, the trident for Poseidon, and the helm of darkness for Hades. The equivalent of getting epic gear in a video game, because now Zeus was literally throwing lightning around, Poseidon was causing floods and earthquakes, and Hades could turn invisible. It doesn't sound that cool, but if you really think about how powerful that is, like you're just sneaking around the battlefield, all invincible, and you sneak up on people from behind, you just bah, stab them, bah, like bah, you know what I mean? And on the battlefield, the hecatoncheires returned the favor by joining Zeus' side, and with their overwhelming strength, the gods were finally able to defeat the Titans and imprisoned them all in Tartarus under the watch of the hecatoncheires, meaning the former jailees now became the Titans' jailers.
Well. How the turntables.
As for Atlas, since he was such a true pain in the ass for the Greek gods, imprisonment wasn't enough. Zeus had a special punishment for him. Due to his immense strength, Atlas's fate became to forever lift up the heavens. And then Zeus took over as the new supreme god, and keeping with family traditions, he married his sister Hera, who he cheated on with everyone that wanted to and also everyone that didn't want to. But the tales of Zeus's many illegitimate children, including the one that was conceived via a golden shower, that's going to be a video for another day. Actually, it's going to be a bunch of videos because, Hercules, Perseus, all these heroes are all Zeus' legitimate children. All right, time for some next. I talked about Gaia being the first being that gave birth to the sky, the mountains, and the sea, right? Gaia also had siblings, and together they were the first beings born from chaos: the night, Nyx, the darkness, Erebus, and Tartarus, hell. And sometimes Eros, the personification of love and sex, was also considered one of them, which makes sense because he had to exist for the concept of sex to exist and for the other siblings to have sex to create life. Let's go easy on the incest here because it's not like they had a lot of choice, you know what I mean? The sickle that Kronos used to castrate Uranus was made of adamant, an archaic form of diamonds from Greek mythology. And if that sounds familiar, that's because that's where Marvel got the idea for adamantium from. And the balls of Uranus that were thrown into the ocean, Aphrodite was born from that and emerged out of the ocean, way before Zeus, by the way. Just thought that was a cool fact to add. As for Metis, who had the idea to get Kronos to throw up Zeus' siblings, she was also sometimes depicted as Zeus' tutor, sometimes a mother-like figure who raised him along with Gaia. And Zeus would later return the favor to Metis by raping her, getting her pregnant, and then hearing a prophecy that the child would usurp him, so then he killed Metis. Good guy, Zeus, everybody. Also, that child would still be born anyway and become Athena, but that's a complex story, also for another day. And last but not least, there's a cool backstory to Hades' Helm of Darkness. The ability to turn invisible was not just random. It symbolized that you never see death coming, since Hades ruled over death in the underworld. Though it should also be noted that Hades doesn't actually collect soul. Thanatos is the god of death, so really, maybe Thanatos should be having